Guck ich mal unten, vielleicht verkauft sie. Ah, der ist wach. Hier ist dein Kuchen.
Yes. Still tastes like shit. Exactly how my mother would make it. It's just what I needed.
Wie du willst.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate what you did for me. It's just that every time I doubt my service in the horns of the South, I need a reminder of why I enlisted.
Deine Mutter könnte nicht gut kochen.
My mother wasn't much of anything, to tell the truth. She always said I was good for nothing and that I should be glad she even kept me. And every day she'd bring back home a new uncle. Many of those uncles like to kick me out of my own house when they were drinking and getting busy.
Mutter des Jahres.
Then, when she'd
Was soll man
sober
sagen?
up and got rid of an uncle, she'd bake me that pie as an apology. It always tasted like shit. If the other villagers hadn't been feeding me, I would have starved to death. Hence the pie.
Jetzt hast du deine neue Familie.
Yeah, I do. So, despite the shitty weather and the world being on the verge of collapse, there's still nowhere else I'd rather be.
Gut, gut. Die verkauft leider auch kein Leder. Verdammt. Vielleicht kann ich dir noch irgendwie behilflich sein.
You do realize you won't score any points with the keepers by helping. Those holier-than-thou soldier boys have no idea what it takes to be a merchant in this sorry world. The things we have to do sometimes aren't exactly done according to the rule book.
Sag mir einfach, was du willst.
All right. A woman named Nest has my cargo and I need it back. I don't know where she is, but starting the search near the Ark Spire seems like a good idea. And yes, you'll get paid. Just bring me the wares. Try not to get yourself killed. Or do. Either way, I'll hear about it.
Okay. Okay. Das war interessant. So, hier oben war doch jemand, der den Umhang brauchte. War das... Du warst, ne?
Hello!
Nein, du warst es nicht. Du warst es. Hier ist dein Umhang.
Oh, thank you, friend. Let me repay your kindness. Even though I don't have much, I can at least tell you about something I saw a little while. It might be interesting for an adventurer like you. See those rocks near the shore? When it gets dark, sometimes I see a light there. I'm not sure what it could be though. A bandit camp this close to the horns? Impossible. The Daliata? No way. They wouldn't hide like that. Maybe something else entirely? It's probably nothing, but maybe you could find something interesting or valuable there.
Okay, danke.
Farewell.
Oh. Ganz ruhig, ganz ruhig. Ich habe immer noch die Stufe 8 nicht. Das ist ärgerlich. Ich brauche mehr Leder.
It's nice to have a break.
Oh Junge, wieso fährst du mir so ins Ohr?
You look very suspicious right now.
Niemand sieht mich. Was passiert? Nichts passiert. Alles gut. Wir nehmen nur Leder, bis wir welches finden. Und Münzen für Leder. Na gut.
Just another peaceful moment.
Ja, ja. Dass er hier nirgendwo Leder hat. Einfach so ein bisschen rumliegen. Hm. Okay, sehr interessant. 80 Rüstung. Junge, was ist das denn für Wolfsfell? Verdammt. Das sieht sehr interessant
hello
aus. Ja, ja, schrei mich nicht so an. Was haben wir hier unten? Übungsplatz. Müll. Junge, 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 was haben wir denn hier so alles? Mhm. Ja. Brauchen wir nicht. Und hier hatten wir noch was. Brauchen wir auch nicht. Okay. Küche. In der Küche ist unwahrscheinlich, Lieder zu finden. Sogar die Rosen muss man stehlen. Das ist hier sehr interessant.
You lost or won?
Das ist der Hauptmann, ne?
If you're here to see the healer, don't bother. He's a quack and a butcher who likes to watch people suffer.
Das ist eine ernste Anschuldigung.
And I mean it! He's a know-it-all from Camelot, but the truth is, he doesn't know shit. All of those academic types think they're better than us village folk, just 'cause they read a book. We've been getting by just fine without any of their crap.
Warum diese Aussage?
I came to him with a toothache, asked him to make me something for the pain, and you know what he did? He said my tooth is rotten, and then sent me to Osprey to get it pulled out.
Klingt vernünftig.
Sounds like horse crap. My grandma was smarter than your lot, and she couldn't even read. She knew how to make a proper potion for toothache. If I were any good at mixing that stuff, I wouldn't need to deal with quacks like Über. I even gave him my grandma's recipe, but he said it was no good.
Hast du das Rezept noch?
No, Heber took it, the plonker. Said if I don't know how to make it, I shouldn't have it. And that he doesn't want some questionable homebrew medicine spreading through the keep.
Wenn du den Zahn einfach ziehen lässt, brauchst du keinen Trank.
Oh yeah? And then what? Another and then another? Give it a few years and I'd be left with no teeth at all. Ah, leave me alone.
Was haben wir denn hier? Das ist der Heiler. Nehme ich mal an. Eine Chemiestation kann ich nutzen, okay.
Oh, sorry. Do I know you? I'm terrible with faces. Either way, glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Jan Heber, a physician raised in Camelot and trained in the Royal Academy.
Kann ich euch irgendwie behilflich sein?
Why would you, though? Don't you have better things to do?
Ich versuche mich mit dem Quartiermeister gut zu stellen.
Aha, got it. So you're up for work not out of the goodness of your heart, but for your own selfish plans.
Ja, natürlich. Verfolgen wir nicht alle unsere eigenen Interessen?
Good point. That is a very good point. But all right, if you're a mercenary, then I do have a job for someone who'd be willing to risk their life in exchange for material goods.
Sag mir nur, was zu tun ist.
Straight to the point, eh? All right. I need someone to perform a ritual within a stone circle nearby. You go there, read a spell, do whatever needs to be done, come back and tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. Ist eure Faszination mit Druiden nicht gesetzwidrig?
In Camelot, maybe, but this far south? Nobody cares. I've spent my entire life digging through scrolls and books in pursuit of their knowledge. I've been reading about their rites and the descriptions of their rituals. Look, I'm sure they were onto something. They knew much more than we do, but it feels like there's a veil wrapped tightly around that knowledge. It's like I need to find the right spell, the right ritual, something that will unwrap it for me.
Das Rezept, das ihr da gerade vor euch hingeflüstert habt.
It's some local witchcraft I've been trying to make sense of. I guess I'll find out when I try it.
Ausprobieren? An euch selbst?
Experience is the best teacher. Don't worry, I'm not testing anything on the others. Graham the Mad, a great Camelotian physician, used to say that a real doctor would never give his patient something he hadn't tried on himself first. A wise approach, which I follow myself.
So siehst du auch aus. Graham der Ire. Ihr erkennt da keine Ironie?
What irony?
Ist das nicht gefährlich?
The pursuit of knowledge is always dangerous. That's why it's reserved for only the bravest of the brave. It takes true guts to face the unknown, to realize just how little you know and how insignificant you are to the world.
Ihr könntet es an mir ausprobieren.
Oh, that was unexpected. Here, take it. What will happen, I have no idea. But please, tell me, if you live to find out.
Ihr haltet also nicht viel von den Heilmitteln der Einheimischen?
I was classically trained in the proper art of medicine by the scholars of Camelot. The things they do here, they make no sense. No sense at all. Most of this stuff shouldn't even be effective, yet it seems to work wonders on these simple-minded, tough-bodied people here in the South.
Warum befasst ihr euch überhaupt mit dem Zeug?
Shipments from Camelot are late, so I'm running low on supplies. If I'm not able to treat them, they'll start complaining. And Fergus doesn't like when people complain, especially when it comes to their health. He truly cares about them, I've got to admit. He doesn't care much about anyone else, though.
Ihr seht aus, als bräuchtet ihr dringend Schlaf.
I don't dream about anything anymore, so sleep feels like a waste of precious time. Fortunately, back in Camelot, I found a mix of remedies that can keep me awake for a whole week. It was quite popular in our study group.
Kann ich das Rezept haben?
Oh no, every physician needs his secrets. But I can sell you some if you promise not to tell any of the higher-ups.
Warum soll die Obrigkeit nichts davon wissen?
There are side effects. You won't fall asleep for a while, but the moment you do, well, you'll feel like you died and came back to life, only to die again. So you either take the next dose or endure it. I can endure it because I don't have a post to attend to. But our brave soldiers, well, that'd be risky.
Was macht ihr hier genau?
Healing diseases, sometimes cutting people open. Oh, and pulling out teeth seems to be a leading cause of concern for everyone around here. Me pulling teeth in the arse end of the world? My friends back in Camelot would laugh their brains out.
Jo, hier würde ich jetzt erstmal gar nichts kaufen. Ich muss irgendwas hier zu mir nehmen. All ihr Sucher des Wissens, hört auf folgende Worte. Ihr habt gefunden, das euch zum größten aller Schätze führen wird, Weisheit. Bereitet euch darauf vor, ein Gefäß für uralte Druidengeheimnisse zu werden. Folgende Zutaten sammelnd, Wissen zu erhalten. Wildbret, Zwiebeln und eine Zehe Knoblauch. Gebt dies in einen Kessel. Bringt diese Gaben zu einer beliebigen druidischen Stätte, stellt sie auf den Altar und wartet geduldig auf die Erleuchtung. Wildbret, Zwiebeln und eine Zehe Knoblauch. Sehr interessant. Irgendwie hat es nichts gemacht. Der Elixier, meine ich. Na gut. Lagerkiste, okay. Was sagst du?
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope.
Doch, der war ziemlich betrunken.
Most unfortunate. But that explains why you just strutted into the horns. I'm afraid I'll have to take action. The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know I'm the quartermaster here. Now state your business. And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see.
Ein Freund hat mir diese Anstecknadel gegeben. Ihr könnt damit vermutlich etwas anfangen.
Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, These people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns. And that makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he?
Wir haben unterwegs Schiffbruch erlitten, aber er könnte überlebt haben.
If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade, and that leaves only the captain. However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one. Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to. Anyway, welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home.
Ninian ist tot, er hat mich gebeten, euch das zu bringen.
Ninian. I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, even after they're gone. But, now that I think of it, how did you manage to get hold of his tag?
Ich habe ihn im Inselspital gesehen.
What? No, that can't be right. Brother Riagan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. And what were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him...
Ich wurde von König Artus gehalten, bin nun immun.
I honestly think your sense of humor is the worst, but I have to respect your unwillingness to share your story. Still, you have to understand, now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death.
Ich habe ein Stück Metall mit einer Gravur gefunden. Wisst ihr, was das ist?
That's one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back.
Okay. Ich habe noch eine Marke.
You know where to find me if you come...
500 Münzen. Junge, okay. Warum postiert ihr Orden am Haupttor, wenn ihr wisst, dass er ein Säufer ist?
He's not our first line of defense. The archers are. Every man here needs to have a job. And no offense to Odrin, but let's just say we can afford to lose him.
Das macht aber keinen guten Eindruck, einen Besoffenen direkt am Tor zu haben.
I'm sure the hordes of visitors clamoring at our gates can survive the insult.
Ich habe mit Orleith gesprochen. Warum darf sie nicht hier weg?
That's between her and the captain. Were it up to me, she'd be long gone. Her presence here distracts my men.
Erzählt mir mehr über diesen Ort.
Fine then. This is the keep. Anyone sworn in as a keeper lives here, unless they're no longer fit for service. If that happens, they get transferred to the village. Otherwise, they're not allowed to go there without my express permission. So if you ever see any of my boys down there looking shifty, feel free to report them. You're allowed to walk around the keep and the village, but if anyone catches you stealing, I'll take your hands. If you attack any of my men, I'll take your head. That enough for you?
Wofür genau seid ihr hier zuständig?
I'm Captain Brandon's right hand. He deals with the serious matters I don't want to know anything about. I take care of our everyday life.
Eigentlich bin ich hier, mir Excalibur zu holen.
Excalibur? You want to pull it out? That's a good one. Well, be my guest. If you think you can, go ahead. But unless you're King Arthur reborn, I wouldn't count on it.
Kann ich euch irgendwie behilflich sein?
We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north. But somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I suggest you go see Marg first. He knows best what's going on there.
Wer ist denn Mark?
He's our huntsman. He keeps us stocked with meat, so the lads don't have to live on fish alone. They get pretty grumpy when that happens. Right now, Marg is the only other person who's allowed to leave the keep. I'm not about to risk the life of our last link to the outside world, especially when you're so eager to lend a hand.
Habt ihr eine Vorstellung, was der Auslöser sein könnte?
There is a local legend about a dark druid named Slaughter? Slaughter, that was it. He was a necromancer rumored to be able to raise the dead and make them do his bidding. It's quite an old legend, though, so unless he managed to raise himself from the dead, I doubt he's behind this.
Könnt ihr mir mehr über den Friedhof erzählen?
It's old. From what I've heard, it even predates the Horns of the South. The keepers and the people from the village below used to bury their dead there.
Flut?
Yeah, damn druids. They flooded a village of innocent people just to show everyone they're still in power. Fat lot of good it did them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we got rid of them. The things they could do were unnatural.
Wo ist denn der Friedhof?
It's not far, and it's hard to miss. But honestly, I'd suggest you go. You don't really know what you're walking into, so if I were you, I'd try to learn.
Ihr habt das nicht ihr habt das nicht von euren Männern untersuchen lassen?
The captain forbade anyone from leaving the keep, so I couldn't. And truth be told, I didn't particularly want to. We don't get many recruits, and you're, well...
Entbehrlich?
Your words, not mine.
Gut,
Good.
mach ich.
Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem.
Wegen des vergessenen Friedhofs?
Yes? Did you find out what's been happening out there?
Noch nicht.
Why?
Okay, ich möchte mit dem Hauptmann sprechen.
Because
Warum?
I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our... There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if...
Sag mir einfach, wo er ist.
And have you helped any of my people? Or are you just here to wave that... First, show me you care. And then I'll take you to the captain. I can't have every random... I trust we under...
Okay, erst die Arbeit, dann die Audienz.
Come back when you've proven your worth to the Horns of the South. Then we'll talk.
Was ist denn mit dem überfluteten Dorf in der Nähe der Hörner?
It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. That village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life. Until, at last, the sea took most of it.
Ihr habt es also einfach aufgegeben?
What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea. We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Marg, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want.
Gibt es dort noch irgendwas Interessantes?
Depends on your idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know. Ask Marg. I'm pretty sure he just sits there all day. If you...